The Chicago Bulls are upset with Zach LaVine. I'm here to tell you, I don't care. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about the game tonight versus the Miami Heat. We're going to dive into both of them. We're going to talk about it. But you know, you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. If you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and shake the notification bell so every time we drop, you be one of the first ones to know. Now, look, the Chicago Bulls are reportedly upset with Zach LaVine after he refused to do a post-game interview with one of the reporters after their win against the Miami Heat. If you look at the video, you seen that Zach LaVine, while other guys were celebrating, my man's went ahead and went back to the locker room. You seen the lady go ahead and try to stop him. He hit her with the, get off me. Get off me. I'm going to the locker room. And it was reported by Joe Cowley that the Bulls from the top down was livid. In other words, that's me paraphrasing. If you want to go ahead and check out the exact words, that tweet was posted by Daniel Greenberg via Joe Cowley. But hey, I can understand some of the frustration from the Chicago Bulls because Zach LaVine put these guys, you know what I'm saying, on notice, in my opinion. These guys was able to come out. Zach LaVine, he has been pushing that trade talk, you know what I'm saying, these last few days and weeks. And then you seen Zach LaVine chilling with Rich Paul. And we know once those photos and, you know, things drop with Rich Paul, you know, there's some speculation about, hey, my man's might be cooking. But I'm going to keep it real with you. After seeing those reports that Zach LaVine don't want to be coached by Billy Donovan, it is what it is. Because we as fans, we already know what Billy Donovan brings to this team. We know that Billy Donovan still has a lot of things that we don't like and that we typically don't agree with when it comes to every situation. You know what I'm saying? There's different things that we want to see from Billy Donovan. He does the total opposite. That's benching your players that's hot, that's going on, getting a little streaky. You're going to say, no, go ahead. We got to remain true to rotation. Go sit down. You know what I'm saying? You did just put 3 consecutive baskets. You know what I'm saying? Put up 3 consecutive baskets. You know what I'm saying? You want to roll a little bit, but it doesn't matter. We need to remain strong and stick to our rotations. I don't care how hot you are. I'm going to go sit down and I'm going to put an ice pack on top of your head. You're going to cool down, little fella. You're going to cool down, little fella. So when the reports came out that Zach LaVine doesn't want to be coached by Billy Donovan, wasn't surprised. And then if you also look at some of those teams that Zach LaVine has placed out of there, you can pretty much argue that the coaches are better than Billy Donovan in our eyes, and he's a player, so damn sure in Zach LaVine's eyes. Some of those teams include the 76ers. Hey, I think Nick Nurse is better than Billy Donovan. He put that, you know, Toronto has been mentioned out there. I don't know too much about Darko out there with Toronto, but hey, Zach LaVine might have something to say about that. I do know that he did include the Spurs and the Kings in those reported destinations on where he wants to go. So if you look at Greg Popovich, man, that man Billy Donovan ain't in the same stratosphere as a Greg Pop. And if you look at the Sacramento Kings, hey, I'm taking Mike Brown over Billy Donovan. I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm really on the side of, I don't care how the Chicago Bulls organization feels about Zach LaVine right now. Let's keep it a buck. This roster ain't going nowhere. What, a first round exit? Another one? And right now, the Bulls haven't even won 2 consecutive games? Shout out to Zach LaVine for putting the pressure on the organization to make a decision. Either get rid of me or make changes with this head coach. And we seen what happened in the past. The Chicago Bulls typically went ahead and went with the coach. And what has that gotten us? Jimmy Butler is out of the door. Derrick Rose is out of the door. Zach LaVine might be out of the door. So, hey, I can't even get mad because Zach LaVine is highlighting what all of us have grown to believe when it comes down to our team. That the Bulls aren't going anywhere, that Billy Donovan is one of the problems, along with the roster construction of this team, and it just isn't making sense, and change needs to come. So when the Bulls come out and say, we don't like what Zach LaVine did, I don't give a damn, because I said it on yesterday's episode. If the Bulls continue to win, it's going to mask all of the issues that are present on this team. Why should Zach LaVine be going out there and being happy, you know what I'm saying, just because they got to win? I understand you take it. You take the wins when you can get them. But it's just one win. The Bulls still haven't even put together 2 back-to-back wins in this season. They have not. They have not been that good. So what are we celebrating for? I'm on the side of Zach LaVine when he said, man, I was getting back to the locker room. Let's celebrate it now. Facts. Because we should be held to a higher standard. We acting like we on a 5-game winning streak. The Miami Heat won 7 games in a row before they just lost. So the Bulls was, had 7 wins in a row. I imagine that they would celebrate a little bit more. But come on, y'all, let's keep it a buck. They did beat the Miami Heat, but for the most part, the game was bad. They were trailing most of the game. They were not in sync defensively most of the game. They weren't hitting shots for most of the game. It took guys like Kobe White. It took guys like DeMar DeRozan to have to step up against the Miami Heat so they can pull themselves out, you know what I'm saying, and get the victory. I understand Zach LaVine is a part of that, and he didn't play particularly well, but let's keep it a buck. It's just not pretty right now. It's just not pretty right now. So I don't really care if the Bulls are upset, because us as fans, we are upset. We are upset as fans. And let's just keep it a buck. We are upset because for 3 consecutive seasons, the front office did nothing. We are upset because for 3 consecutive seasons, Billy Donovan has been trash. So we ain't upset. So we are upset. We upset with y'all. Y'all could be upset with Zach LaVine. That's totally fine. That's your prerogative. That's your opinion. I don't care, because as fans, we deserve more. And that's how we're going to address this. That's how I'm going to approach this. You have to put some better product out of there. The product has to be better on the court. On the court. The stats point to your big 3 being mid altogether. The stats point to that not even the stats. If you look at the team, if you follow the team, there's no player development going on. Patrick Williams has regressed. We seeing Ayo Dosunmu have a off year last year. He's kind of trying to turn it around this year. I love what he's been doing for the most part this season. Kobe White, he's finding his footing as that starting point guard, but he still has ways to go. What the hell is going on with Dalen Terry? You didn't have to draft. You could have went ahead and got Walker Kessler. What are we doing? You hype Marko Simonovic up. We never really got to saw him in the NBA game. Really? Y'all only gave him 2-3 minutes up in Paris last season. So we are not happy with the Chicago Bulls. Be upset with Zach LaVine, but understand that Chicago Bulls fans are upset with y'all as an organization, because there is no direction. We don't believe in the coach. We don't believe in the roster. We don't believe in y'all as the organization. And there has been multiple times to where we have told the owner to sell the fucking team because he doesn't care. He does not care. He does not care. This guy puts Band-Aids on all the issues, say, hey, we're going to throw somebody in there, and we just going to go ahead and rock with it. Everybody up, including myself, we're going to get happy. Hey, we got Javon Carter and Torrey Craig and DeMar DeRozan should be right back and rolling. No, not good enough, buddy. It's not good enough. Let's keep it a buck. It's not good enough. Especially when your head coach act like he don't know what the hell he's doing. So y'all can be upset with Zach LaVine. That's totally your prerogative. My prerogative, my opinion, is we don't give a damn. We are upset with the Chicago Bulls organization. Call it how you want it. But hey, y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this whole thing with the Bulls being upset with Zach LaVine. Do you care? Do you say it's a little bit of something? Do you say it's nothing? Hey, Bulls organization, get y'all stuff together. Because that's how I'm going. That's how I'm approaching it. Pick the player over the coach because the coach ain't did nothing. The coach ain't showed us nothing. That's just how I'm looking at it. But hey, now just to end off the show, I want to talk about the Miami Heat game that is approaching tonight. Hey, the Chicago Bulls, they got the win. They snuck out one against the Miami Heat last time. They need to go ahead and be more active because in this game, than they were last game, be more prepared than they were in last game so they can go ahead and put together a more convincing win against the Miami Heat. Eric Spoelstra is about to come out, make good adjustments, and we know what type of head coach he is, so he about to come out here and do his thing. Will the Bulls be prepared? Will we see Zach LaVine get started early? These last few games since the trade talks came out, he been chilling until what, third or fourth quarter? So we got to get you. Hey, my guy, you need to get started early up in this. DeMar DeRozan, he has to continue to get work. Put in that work. And guys need to bring that energy. We need Kobe White to bring that energy. Javon Carter, Nikola Vucevic, do your part. Patrick Williams, I don't know what you're going to give me tonight, but you need to give me something other than 2 points, bro. Something other than 2 points, bro. Ayo Dosunmu, we want to see what you can go ahead and continuously bring to this team on a night-to-night basis. If the shot ain't falling, let's see you be a playmaker. Let's see you create in other ways. So that you know what I'm saying? Tonight, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't got much confidence in the win tonight, but I'm gonna still go ahead and rock with the squad. I'm going to still go ahead and rock with the squad and see what they could do against this Miami Heat team. We got to see what these guys can go ahead and put out there for tonight. Will the Bulls get their first 2-game winning streak of the season? We don't know, but I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. And that's for the sake of the team, because I think at this particular moment, the players have drowned out Billy Donovan, and right now they're playing for themselves. That's how I feel about it. The players are now playing for themselves. So I want to see these guys go out here and do what they have to do to see if we can win a second game in a row for the first time. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see, though. My prediction, the Chicago Bulls lose. That's just how I'm looking at it. The Chicago Bulls lose. Because it's only so many times that you can come out here and do what you have to do. So many I'm tripping. So many times that you can come out here and lollygag for most of the game, and then you eventually become the victor of the game. That don't happen often, bro. So if they lollygagging and playing, I believe they take a L tonight, especially with the adjustments I expect the Miami Heat to make going into this game. We shall see. I hope I'm wrong, because I'm always wanting to see my team win, but I got to keep it a buck when I see a bunch of problems. And a bunch of problems starts with the head coach and the front office. We shall see, though. But that's it for me today, man. That's it for me today. Go ahead and leave your comments below so we can chop it up on the day. If you like what you heard today, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to call in and give your take on the state of the Chicago Bulls, that number is 242-9219. It's another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac.